Hello guys, welcome back to the crew Wild Run Driving All Cars, part number 15, the Buggy. This is a raid spec. It does not come with a full stock because you do not have to buy this car. You can build it yourself by sort of finding the wrecks in the different states. And the raid version is called differently than the other specs. The other one is sort of called Hotrod Hub 1 with streets, dirt, circuit and performance spec. But this one is the raid spec. It can be found by finding the 20 wrecks in the mountain states. And then if you found those, you have to go to your headquarters in the specific state, and then it comes out of the garage there. I am pointing at the headquarters in Los Angeles, which is not really correct. I kind of make a mistake here in the video that I recorded. I put it on exploration, and then you see the wrecks in case you haven't found them. If you come near to one of the wrecks, you will pick up a signal going from red to orange if you come a bit closer, and green if you come even closer to the wreck. Those things are not in the middle of the road, so you have to go and look sorta off-road for them. Which I'm going to do here now, and then it's also the point there is one. And then I realized that this is a wreck for the Hotrod in circuit spec. Realizing that I'm in the west coast and then I'm in the wrong state. So the Buggy can be sort of put together by finding the 20 wrecks in the mountain states. That also means if you have found those wrecks, all 20 of them, then you can go to your headquarters in the mountain states, which is Las Vegas. And there it will come out of the garage once you have found them. There is, if you go around in your garage, you have the collection board and the perk shop and so on. There is also one hidden car. And that's where you need to be. You have to find the 20 wrecks. If you found them, you go to your headquarters, select the hidden car garage, and it will come out of it. This is what it looks like. This is one of them, and there are 20 throughout the map. It takes quite a bit if you're new to the game to find those things, because especially in the mountain states, is the biggest state of the 5. Takes a while before you picked up the signal for all 20 of them, unless you go look on YouTube for videos of people showing you exact spots of those 20 wrecks. Seeing this is called differently than the hot rods. This is called Buggy, so it's only one car we have to test here in this video, which will make it a bit shorter. But that's okay. That's not a problem. There will be way longer videos because there are sort of full spec cars out there as well, being that the 5 normal specs and the 3 extreme specs are available for certain cars. So that's 8 different specs that we need to test or drive around in. It's not the case with this one. You do have an interior look, which I could not show sorta in the headquarters. Couldn't open the door because, well, this thing has no doors. 1 mile drag to sorta see the acceleration test. So far we tested 2 raid specs. This is the third one. BMW 1200 bike and the BMW Z4 in raid spec. Both of them did a time around 30 seconds something. Same situation, quarter mile point here coming up the first checkpoint, hit the nitro bar. Should be used before the second checkpoint, which is a half mile point, and then we go to the finish. The acceleration of this thing is also just like the Z4, not that superb. Meanwhile we finished, but here we have the finish bug again. Yep, indeed, this game has bugs, of course, every game has bugs. and this is one of them sometimes. But this one can easily be fixed by just turning around again. The clock is still ticking, but it will know that we have finished already, and it will give us the time that we pushed finished. Putting up the mobile thing or pressing escape also fixes it. 31.1. That's about a second slower than the two other rate specs that we've tested, which kinda concludes immediately that this thing has not the best acceleration. But yeah, what do you expect? It's a free car. Can't expect big things from free cars, and that is something that will come back when I test the other specs of the wrecks that can be found, which will be the Hotrod video later on in the series. Come to the same conclusion. Those things are not that good, except for maybe one or two. Let's do a quick test here on our little race track. Just like the Z4, it is kinda small, it's not that wide, so it also tends to flip over very easily. I mentioned it in the previous video in the Z4 in race spec that it easily flips over, but it really, well, it didn't really do it, so it's not the case with this one. On the flat off-roads it's pretty good. On the jumps, if you can land on four wheels, it's pretty good. It has a good suspension for that and not a problem with it. The problem occurs when you are doing jumps and at the same time sort of steering, or if you have to change direction, then it's kinda flips over easily. But it is on the plus side, it's kinda decent on jumps if you can smoothly land them. Not a problem. Also speed-wise, it's well, if you give it a bit of oomph, because that's what it needs, a bit of power, a bit of nitro, and then you can easily get to 260, 260 plus, which is not that bad. But there are cars out there doing 270, 290 in race spec, so it's not excelling in anything yet here. Pretty smooth through the jump section here, but that might differ. A little rock, bam. That's one of the problems with this car. I hit a little rock there. There are cars who are just gonna sort of take off, but like this, and then you can land them. But this one, if you come to it with a more or less wrong angle, then you have a problem. Easily activate the crash cam with this thing, or it just flips over on its side, or even rolls. Some airtime there's kind of a lift off, and well, I had the same with the Z4 here at that point, so I have to see with the other rate specs. It might be that at that point the cars sort of do some airtime. I hit that rock there with the Z4 and it kinda took off in the air, but it did land. This one, the second time we already activated the crash cam. Here we go. Another flip on the side. Some of the race spec in a situation like that will just keep going on two wheels, but this one immediately flips over. and especially around 4000 RPM you need to give it a bit of extra power by pushing the nitro, which also means that you very often, if you're driving this thing, you are out of nitro because you have to use it so often to get it some extra acceleration. Acceleration not that good, and it flips over easily. Those are sort of the minus or cons of this thing. It has a decent speed, and it takes jumps pretty good. That's sort of the pros, but all in all, this is not a miracle raid spec. You can have some fun with it in the mountains or in the dunes. As with many of the cars in this game, you can have fun, but they are kinda useless if it comes to summit events, PvP races, time attacks, you name it. You're not gonna set the fastest time with these things. There are better raid specs out there, and that's what people are using in summit events or in PvP races. But sometimes you have no choice. In a summit PvP you usually get a car, and this is one of the cars that everybody can get, seeing you can only have to do is find the 20 wrecks and you can put the car together, so it is very often used in summit PvP. So then you have no other choice than to drive it. Usually in a blitz raid spec or something. It's pretty good on the jumps. It has a decent speed. Other than that, somewhere in the middle of the pack if we are talking about raid specs. That's sorta what it comes down to with this little buggy. But yeah, like I said, everybody can get it. All you have to do is find the 20 wrecks in the mountain states and then go to your headquarters in Las Vegas, and it comes out of the hidden car garage which is in your headquarters. Part number 15 for driving all cars. That's what we're doing here. I will see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.